Now let's talk just a little bit about workers' compensation law in general. Between the statutes, the case law, regulations, and advisory opinions, there's enough workers' compensation law for us to talk about it for 6 weeks. In fact, I took workers' compensation for 3 years in law school. You don't want to know all that. Instead, you need to leave my office feeling comfortable and confident that you understand the essentials of what's important to your case. And before we discuss the particulars of your case, I'll give you a legal overview. For example, right now I want you to pretend that in front of me is a large pot, and next to it is a small cup. The large pot is the large pot because it represents employment law in Georgia, and all of Georgia's employees are in it. The law in that pot is that there is no law. Georgia is simply a right-to-work state, which is actually a misnomer. It's deceptive. What Georgia actually is a right-to-fire state. Any employer can fire any employee at any time with or without cause. However, there are some exceptions to that rule. One being workers' compensation. If you have been injured on the job, and if you have restrictions that have been placed upon you by the workers' compensation doctor, then legally you get lifted up out of that pot, and now you're over here in the cup, because over here you have some rights. Your employer must now do something. Over here in the pot, they don't have to do anything. But as long as you have restrictions, your employer and their insurance company must either allow you to stay at home and pay you a workers' compensation benefit check, or take you back to work within the doctor's restrictions. If the doctor releases you back to full duty, however, then you get lifted up out of that cup and you're back over in the pot, where 3 unfortunate things are going to happen. Your benefits are going to be cut off, you're going to get fired, and there'll be no settlement. So what does all that mean? It means that you should surely retain a lawyer who specializes in workers' comp and who practices law in a region of Georgia where you live and where you were hurt. I only handle cases from Macon to Columbus to Valdosta, over to the coast and back up to Macon. Why don't I handle cases in Atlanta? Because there is simply no way to keep up with all the doctors who are so far away and to know whether they are biased on the side of the insurance company. Your lawyer must know what your doctor is likely to do before he does it, not after. After is too late. After is when you've stepped on one of those landmines that we've discussed earlier. That's why you don't want a lawyer who is 3 or 4 hours away. Not only is it hard for you to meet with him, but there's also no way he will know what those doctors down here in South Georgia are going to do before they do it. So in summary, hire an attorney who specializes in workers' comp, and hire someone who lives and works in this region of Georgia. Thank you very much. I look forward to meeting you and fighting for you.